during an engagement told students to focus on their education rather than material things that confuses or destroys their education. However, Oweny has cautioned the boys as well in Tubul Secondary School against involvement in drug abuse, which results into mental problems and causes disorders which may claim lives. Meanwhile, Michael Akori, the head teacher at Tubul Secondary School, commends the motivational advice that from Bob because it encourages reluctant children to study harder for a better future. According to Bob, as leaders, they should teach these students ways of life so as to motivate them on the good of education, because some of them do not know the value of education. However, students of Tubul SS appreciated Bob for encouraging messages and promised to complete studies and make their families proud. Pastor Amos Okwaja of Iruko Pentecostal Assemblies of God, Kadungulu Sub-County in Serere District, has urged married couples across Teso to desist from domestic violence if they are to develop both spiritually and physically in their families. Pastor Okwaja warned that couples that entertain violence all the time undermine spiritual and physical developments, but quickly called for peace and unity for family development. He further criticized married men who he claims have refused to play their family roles, leaving it to the women alone. Meanwhile, Kadungulu Sub-County Chairperson Sam Eburu decried the increasing cases of domestic violence, hence calling upon the couples to embrace love, peace, and unity in their relationships. Away from that, a total of 53 widows drawn from different sub-counties in Palisa district have on the 26th March, yesterday, 2025, received food relief from Woman of Purpose, a local NGO in Palisa. Grace Opero, the Assistant Director of Woman of Purpose, says each widow received 10 kilograms of posho plus 4 kilograms of beans, a relief meant to help these widows to lead a purposeful life. The press caught up with some of the widows who expressed gratitude to Woman of Purpose for the continued social support rendered to them. And in other news, the long-delayed trial of men accused of the murder of the former Assistant Inspector General Police Andrew Felix Kawesi has once again hit a snag after one of the accused failed to appear in court. Brohan Buliejusa, also known as Jimmy Masiga, is now the second suspect to jump bail in the high-profile case. His whereabouts remain unclear, even to his sureties, prompting the court to adjourn the proceedings until April 24th, 2025 in hopes of locating him. Buliejusa joins Shafiq Kasuja, who also disappeared after being granted bail, further stalling the case. The court has set a new date for the trial in the hope that either Buliejusa or his sureties will appear by then. Andrew Felix Kawesi was a senior Ugandan police officer who served as the Uganda Police Force spokesperson and the director of Human Resource Development. Born in 1974, he was assassinated on March 17, 2017, at the age of 43. Gunmen shot him dead near his home in Kulambiro, Kampala, alongside his bodyguard and the driver.
International news.
Elsewhere in the world, Niger's military ruler has been sworn in as the country's president for the transitional period of 5 years. General Abdurrahman Tushina Chiani has led the country since 2023 after he deposed Niger's elected president, Mohamed Bazoum. On Wednesday, General Chiani took the presidential office under a new charter that replaces the West African country's constitution. He was also promoted to the country's highest military rank of Army General and signed a decree ordering that all political parties be dissolved.
The business news is brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
On to business. Driven to extend digital and financial inclusion across Africa, MTN Group and Airtel Africa have entered into agreements to share network infrastructure in Uganda and Nigeria, while ensuring compliance with local regulatory and statutory requirements. These sharing agreements target improved network cost efficiencies, expanded coverage, and the provision of enhanced mobile services to millions of customers, particularly those in remote and rural areas who do not yet fully enjoy the benefits of a modern connected life. MTN Group President and the Chief Executive Officer, Ralph Mupita, said operators on the continent were seeing sustained demand for data services. Airtel Africa Chief Executive Officer Sunil Talda said that they are avoiding duplication of expensive infrastructure to drive operational efficiencies and benefits of our customers. The initiative is part of the growing global trend towards network sharing by collaborating telecoms.
The sports news is brought to you by Euroform.
I use Euroform mattress, which really gives you the sleep and the rest your body needs, and you wake up feeling recharged every day. Euroform, sleep better.
And now finally into sports, the Brazilian Football Federation has renewed their interest in Carlo Ancelotti and would like the Italian to be in charge for the 2026 World Cup, a report has claimed. The development comes in a wake of Seleccao's embracing 4-1 defeat by bitter rivals Argentina in World Cup qualifying on Tuesday night. The result left Brazil down in fourth place, with the first 6 teams from CONMEBOL qualifying automatically for the tournament in the USA, Mexico, and Canada.
The sports news was brought to you by
Euroform. Euroform, sleep better.
And now with that, we come to the end of the news. Quick recap of what made the headlines. Girl child urged to value education. Couples asked to spearhead love and peace in the society. Over 50 women from Palisa receive food relief from Woman of Purpose. Suspect in Felix Kawesi's murder case disappears. Elsewhere, Niger coup leader sworn in as president for 5 years. And into business, MTN Group and Airtel Africa agree on network sharing in Uganda and Nigeria. And in sports, Brazil resumes talks to appoint Carlo Ancelotti for the 2026 World Cup manager. The latest at 2 o'clock. Up next are the announcements. Have a good morning.
That was the news on 88.4 FM.